Welcome back to Day 7, Part 2 of our Wondrous Singapore trip. Tonight we're off to the night safari at the Mandai Wildlife Reserve. From the Mandai Rainforest Resort, it's only a short walk along the path to the main area of the Wildlife Reserve and the food area. As you can see, there are animal habitats all over the resort, which really gives you the feeling of being in a rainforest and not at a hotel resort. Here is the start of the dining district. You have everything here from Japanese dining, sushi, pizza, tacos, churros, munchy pancakes, Asian and Indian buffets, 7-Eleven, and even McDonald's and KFC. This dining alley did get very busy once the zoos started closing. And if you want to try something here, I suggest leaving the zoos a little early to avoid the rush. When we were here, they were already expanding the dining options with more restaurants and eateries being built. This is where you branch off to the Singapore Zoo, River Wonders and the night safari. As I said, there's something for everyone here, plus the expansion which should be finished by early 2026. If you're staying at the resort and want some drinks or snacks for your room or for the zoos, this is the corner where the 7-Eleven is hidden, and it is a tiny store which gets crowded very easy. Here is the start of a little nature walk which takes you around the ponds. There is also the larger Mandai Boardwalk, which is 3.3 kilometres and takes you around the perimeter of River Wonders and Singapore Zoo. This building is where you find the Asian and Indian buffet. And now it's time to enter the night safari. The show in the theatre, Twilight Performances, is right at the entry, and everyone went there first. Maybe reserve a later time to see it, to avoid the rush. This is the entry to the walking trails, and where you can get the adventure tram. The trails start off busy, but soon spread out. It only took about 5 minutes for it to thin out. We just kept walking when others stopped to see the animals, as we planned on walking through the area again later. The Night Safari is the world's first nocturnal wildlife park and 13-time Best Attraction Experience winner in Singapore. As night falls, there are 4 walking trails to explore, and the Safari Adventure Tram. There are over 900 nocturnal creatures, from free-roaming Malayan tapirs to the majestic lions, and it's open from 6 p.m. till midnight daily. We purchased our tickets through Klook, but you can also purchase through the Mando Wildlife Reserve website, plus the add-on experiences. It was still early, so a lot of the animals were still waking up.
No.
We were in the right place at the right time, as we got to see one of the extra add-on experiences where you can feed the rhinos, and this is a great way to get some good photos of them too. Now it's time for the Creatures of the Night show.
daylight slowly fades into dusk, a transformation begins. A group of bandit mongooses arrive in the clearing, searching for the last bit of food before heading home for the night.
Welcome to our guests from all over the world. Now my name is Rihanna, and as you can see, I am a wildlife photographer. Now my friends and I here at the Night Safari would like to take you guys on a journey to discover some animals that you might have never seen before. You see, earlier on we had our group of bandit mongooses and Braveheart, our turkey vulture. And before we move on for tonight's night walk, I have two very simple reminders for everyone here. Okay, now first of all, we are at the Night Safari and we are working with nocturnal animals. This means that they are very sensitive to any bright lights and sudden flashes. There's one right over there. Okay, please get everybody to switch off the flash function of your camera, mobile phones and recording devices. Can we do that? Yes! Perfect. And second of all, please remain in your seats throughout the entire night walk, okay? Any sudden movements may startle our animals and we do not want that to happen. So can we do that as well? Yes! Amazing. Alright, one last question for everybody here before we move on tonight. Now, are you guys ready to meet some remarkable animals? Now, come on, it's a Friday night. Let's have some energy. Let's try that one more time. Are you guys ready? Perfect. Now, our night has just begun. What else is in store for us on our nocturnal adventure? adventure. Let's go. You guys hear that too, right? I think I know where that's coming from. Everybody focus your attention right out there. Because here he is right now, everybody. Now this animal is like a cross between a bear and a cat. It's Narnia, our Victoria. Now when everybody's singing, go look at Narnia's tail. It is as long as his body and he acts just like another limb. Now what he can do with that tail is he can hang off branches to reach for fruits and other tasty treats. The Narnia over here is going to show all of you what that incredible prehensile tail can do. All the way down. He all over South and Southeast Asia. Sadly though, their population is decreasing. Deforestation is destroying their homes. Now no tall healthy trees means no bitterons. And you know what? Our planet needs them because bitterons, they have to eat fruits, disperse seeds which help our forests to grow. So let's not lose one of Asia's most beautiful animals. And if you're missing the incredible prehensile tail in action, do not worry, take a look at this video that I shot. Look at that. Now you know bitterons can actually weigh up to 15 kilograms, so you can imagine just how strong that tail is. Incredible. Now if you'd like to see more bitterons just like Narnia, what you can do is you can head down to the leopard trail to see if you can find them, but in the dark, alright? Okay, now moving on, I think it's time for us to continue our adventure. But guess what? Let's take it to this guy. Oh, can anybody tell me what animal makes that sound? Owl! That's right, now that is the familiar call of an owl. Alright, you know what? These guys, they are often heard, but they are very rarely seen. Hi Adele, everybody, this is Adele. Let's say hi Adele. Hi everyone. Hello. Now Adele, I'm sure you know where that sound is coming from.
I do. Okay everyone, it sounded a lot like Midnight, Marmalade Fish Owl. And she's here somewhere tonight.
Oh, I found her!
I mean, yeah, but that's just a picture.
Oh.
She's actually here somewhere, but... oh! She's over there.
Right over there! Midnight! I'm Trina! Eugene! Marmalade fish owls, they hunt and dark and they rely on the keen sense of hearing. And they love being in the water and they can stand there quite a while, waiting for their prey to swim by. Alright, now a lot of children here in the audience can get everyone to please remain seated and this is for everybody's safety, okay?
never hear her coming. And this ability of owls like Midnight to hunt rodents with such precision has earned them the nickname the Friends of Farmers because they help keep the rodent population down.
Friends of Farmers, very interesting nickname, I think. Alright, everybody, this is all the time we have for them. Let's give a big round of applause for Midnight from Little Fish Owl. Almost by the trainer. Yeah. Hi. Alright, everybody, now something else incredible that I found about the owls, which most of you may too, is the way that they can rotate their heads. Well, today we have one of our special friends along our bird expert, ready to tell us all a little more. We have Mr. Lim.
Alright, hello everyone. Hello there, this is Oscar, our very beautiful Eurasian eagle owl, who is here to show all of you something very, very special.
You better be special, Jared. Like Eurasian eagle owls, just like Oscar, they can be found in Europe, and in Asia. Now, they're one of the largest species of owls that you can find in the world. Look at that wingspan. Although you can find them in the forest and mountains, these days you guys can even find them in the cities if you look hard enough. But they will hunt rodents in landfills, isn't that right, Jared?
That is right, Hannah. You know something so incredible about owls is that they have fixed eye sockets. And what this means is that their eyes cannot move up, down, left, or right like we humans can. So instead, they rotate their entire head.
So how many degrees?
How about you ask them?
I asked them, alright everybody, how many degrees do all of you think an owl can rotate in its head to? Come on, I want to hear all of you just shout out your answers. 360. Whoa, I had a unanimous 360 degrees. Is there anything else? 270. 180. Alright, we have 3 different answers here tonight. Jared?
Yes.
Which is the correct answer?
Okay, I will tell you the correct answer. We'll get Oscar here to show all of you.
Alrighty, now for those of you that did not catch that headset, do not worry, I have a video. Let's watch it together. Whoa! Now I don't know about all of you, but that was just tiny bit creepy. Okay, we have been in Asia this whole time, so guess what? I think it's time for me to bring all of you to Africa, where we're going to meet another cute friend of mine, and this cute friend of mine, Jared. Well, I don't think that was Jared. I need to go check it out. It's coming from the cave. But do not underestimate him. He comes from the deserts of Africa and has a body that is built for extreme heat. Now whatever you do, take a good look at those bats like this that he has. Those are his personal canine air conditioning system, keeping him cool in the hot desert. Now these foxes, really agile, able to jump up more than 1.2 meters in the air to catch their prey and avoid predators. Like snakes, now let's see just how agile. Whoa! Super quick. Alright, now these foxes, they are excellent diggers because they have really sharp and curved claws. Look at him go for that. Wow. Now you know these foxes, they have excellent hearing. They can hear for their prey deep underground. And for those of you that think Foxtrot is a baby feather fox, he is not. He's actually a fully grown feather fox. So this means that he'll remain this cute and this small forever. And it looks like they're ready to go home. Everybody, let's give them a big round of applause. And do you guys think Foxtrot is cute? Yes! Very cute. But you know what? Feather foxes, they are actually really tough because they can survive in an extreme environment. But they are still vulnerable to humans. They are caught, kept in tiny cages and sold into the international pet trade. They are treated like domestic dogs and cats, but they are not meant to be house pets. They are wild animals and they deserve our protection. Alright, now from Africa, let's head back to Asia. Our next animal is black, white, spiny all over and sounds like this. And that's the sound of rats when quills and it is a warning. They do this when they're irritated or alarmed. And if that doesn't work, they will simply back up into their enemy, sticking their quills deep in. Now, can anybody tell me what animal that is? Hedgehog, bigger. What? Porcupine. I feel against porcupine, you're absolutely right. Because here he comes. Right now, everybody, this is Indra, our Indian president, porcupine. Now you find these guys in the tropical forest and even in the Himalayas. But he is going to show all of you something very cool. Watch this. Look at that. Now these porcupines, they love to shelter in logs and burrows during the day, and these beautiful collapsible quills make that very much possible. Now did you guys know that they are one of the largest burrowing rodents that you can find in India? And what you can do if you would like to see more porcupines is you can head down to the leopard trail to see if you can find more of them. Alright, looks like they're going to head home now. Let's give a big round of applause for Jerry along with Indra. Okay, so cool, but you know what? Walking through the night safari, you'll come across a vast array of different animals. Some you may hear before you see them. Listen. Now those are the famous calls of the spotted hyenas, used to communicate with other members of the clan. Now here is Shaka. As humans take up more land, hyenas are deliberately poisoned, hunted, and killed. But they deserve our respect and our protection. As a wildlife photographer, this has been truly an incredible night for me. We've come across so many charismatic animals tonight, but there are so many more that we may never see.
The animals you met tonight and countless others share this planet with us. They take what they need and live in harmony with nature. We humans must learn to do the same. We all have only one home, Earth. And it is our job to protect it. Each of us can make a difference. Because the biggest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it for us.
Alright, now I hope that all of you have enjoyed joining me on this journey to discover the marvelous creatures of the night. Keep discovering the wildlife life with Olivia Oscar, Green Eagle Hour Launcher, and Midnight Morning with Hour along with our nature. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, stay safe. Bye-bye. Now, if you guys would like to take a photo with the stars of our shows, Oscar and Midnight, they will be here for a very short period of time. So please come down to the front of the stage while you can. Thank you.
số 7 đen.
See if you can spot where the scorpion's hiding. Here is the Safari Adventure Tram.
Tranquil roost. These majestic birds, with their large throat arch and long beak, are perfectly adapted to hunt fish. Contrary to popular belief, pelicans do not store fish in their pouch. After scooping up their prey, they quickly drain the water before swallowing them. Are used to mark their territory. Sniff the air. You might catch a whiff of this, or the scent of other creatures of the night. Keep your eyes peeled. That communicate hierarchy, advertise territory, or together the family. These social animals form groups called clans.
It's sleeping.
No safari tour is complete without a walk through the forest on the well-marked, easy-to-follow trail. Successfully bred this charismatic species to help preserve its global population under a human care. Independently. The bull elephant on our right is Sangwira. His name means warrior in the Malay language. He was born in 2001 and raised here at Night Safari. Only male Asian elephants or bulls have longer tusks. The female elephants have shorter ones known as tushes. The majestic tusks of wild elephants make them targets. Admission ticket goes towards the work that saves Asian elephants and other animals that share their habitats. An important truth. Losing just one species has consequences that ripple through entire ecosystems. In Malaysia, which inspired his name. With his almost symmetrically aligned tusks, Chawang is considered by many to be an attractive bull elephant. Over the years, he has become an icon of Night Safari. Chawang is the father of Sangwira, the bull elephant we saw earlier on. Good looks run in the family.
We waited till the end of the night for the tram, so we hopped back on for another trip.
In Hindi, Bara means 12 and Singha means horn. Bara Singha refers to the multiple points on the male's antlers. The antlers are formidable weapons used to fend off lions who do not form very large prides. A pride of Asiatic lions typically comprises 1 or 2 males, 2 to 3 females, and several young. Lions rely heavily on community hierarchy, advertise territory, or together the family. These social animals form groups called clans. All together. But they are Bengal tigers, a rare genetic mutation. This recessive gene gives them their snowy coats, chocolate brown stripes, and striking blue eyes. Tigers were once widespread across much of Asia, ranging from the birch forests of Russia to the tropical rainforest. past century, they have disappeared in over 90% of their historical range. Habitat loss and poaching continue to threaten their future. Some believe that the flexible nose comes in useful for gathering leaves and fruits. Tapirs love water. They spend plenty of time submerged, using their long nose as a snorkel. It inhabits various habitats such as wetland areas, forests, and grasslands of South and Southeast Asia. Saladans have a few predators, and he leads the herd and acts as mediator of conflicts amongst herd members. When bull elephants are of age, they leave the herd in Malay language. He was born in 2001 and raised here at Night Safari. Only male Asian elephants or bulls have longer tusks. The female elephants have shorter ones known as tushes. The majestic tusks of wild elephants make them targets for the illegal ivory trade. Besides poaching and habitat loss,
Join us for day 8 of our Wondrous Singapore trip, where we explore bird paradise and rainforest wild Asia.